Everybody quiet.
What up, guys? This is Machine Gun Kelly in the city of fucking Devils and Angels here, shooting my cover for Modeliste. My favorite look today came in the form of a very simple accessory, and that was just taking a button up and tying it around. I mean, classic move for, yeah, like for a rock and roll soul, and just flipping it halfway around. And it's like, who would have thought that probably the least most expensive item in here has added to the outfit the most. So that one, the long trench, half flipped around, button up, tied around, and extremely overly long earring that there's only probably one person that can pull off. Not naming any names. My personal style is like, I like passing by mirrors or windows, especially if I travel so much, or just walking around the hotel, anything. I just like to walk past, and then when you get a glance, you're like, oh shit. And then you're like, oh shit, like, that's me, tight. Like, you know what I mean? Like oh shit moments, you know? I used to pride myself on like making really classic casual looks pop. So like I used to be big in black leather vests and just a classic, just nice fitting black t-shirts and black skinny jeans. And like, you know, I branded that with me for, you know, the first 5-6 years of my career, and then now I'm kind of giving, you know, people an excitement of seeing me look different every time they see me. So like, it's almost like, you know, you go to a Machine Gun Kelly show and like you do expect to like look on stage and be, you know, entertained by not just the voice or the band, but by the outfit as well. Me and John Varvatos met outside of one of his shows a couple years back that I was invited to, and I was actually leaving the event to go smoke a joint, and Varvatos was walking past me, and a mutual friend was like, hey, John Varvatos, this is Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly, this is John Varvatos. John Varvatos said, oh wow, cool, nice to meet you, man. Where are you going? And I was like, well, I'm actually gonna go smoke this joint if you want me to be completely honest with you. And he's like, I'm coming with you. And apparently we're still riding that same high because we're good friends and we're campaigning together. Me and Reebok, I think, you know, I like, there's this huge kind of cultural renaissance of classic styles, and I don't think that there is a 90s era without like speaking on Reebok. So I think that, you know, being a 90s kid myself and kind of carrying a lot of that spirit around with me, I think like Reebok needed the young gunner, and the young gunner needed Reebok, you know what I mean? So I think we were, you know, two people with the same issues at the same time, like bring cool shit back and make it cool. You know, it's funny, on my last album I wrote on this song, 27, I was like talking about how you almost have to create pain just to get inspiration when you get to a point where like your normal pain is gone, which normal pains of an average young kid growing up is like, oh, well, like the real world is here now, and like I'm broke and I don't have future plans, and like I don't know what I'm gonna do. And that like creates this like beautiful hunger that people tend to lose. And, you know, I don't know if I'm just really good at having bad luck or really good at just creating my own anxiety and pain, but it just keeps coming, and the hunger just keeps getting better and crafted better. I'm actually pretty stoked on, you know, starting to sing. I mean, it's not like I'm fucking Lauryn Hill over here, but like there's just something cool about the way I sing the lyrics that I write, and I just realized that on my third album, so it seems like I'm just finding out how to use my voice, which is crazy. My favorite song on my new album is Let You Go. I mean, it was a song I wrote in my bedroom after the biggest breakup of, probably the first real intense, that's a lie, the first like grown intense breakup for me, you know, like, yeah, it's like, you know, I wrote it 3 chords, 4 chords, and it fucking goes off when we perform it live. And like, you know what, I loved looking in the crowd and seeing a bunch of beautiful women with broken hearts just sing the night away. And like, that's where I'm at right now, like women singing and being free and like sharing their like big bright smiles like makes me happy. It'd be pretty cool to do like stage collaborations right now. I think like studio collaborations, like I don't know, because sometimes you collab with people and it's like you never know if you're gonna get the gem that you want from them. So I'm more looking for like a really cool tour to do. You know, me and Linkin Park were supposed to do a generationally untouchable tour that was, you know, like, and the idea of it is still grand and forever will be grand, and it's fucking awesome. I think I'm just now looking for something to fill that void, because that was like the ultimate collaboration. I would say that the traditional boundaries are dead, but you know, back when they weren't, I was still doing music, and I still remember people being like, well, how do you categorize your music? Or like, you know, what genre are you? Because I would come out with a fucking club banger and I'd still have like a 6-inch mohawk. So it was like a very, like, I've always been very hard to like put in a genre. Yeah, I had a stop and stare moment and like soak it all in moment the other day on stage. I was actually here in Los Angeles performing outside at the Coliseum, which is like, I think it's like 90,000 capacity or something like that. And you know, I'm on the show and I go out there and I'm performing this song called Kiss the Sky, and like ironically there's like this patch of clouds, and like I started wearing sunglasses in concert because like sometimes I just want to cover who I am and I don't want to let people in yet, and like sometimes I'll keep them on the whole show, other times I'll keep them on maybe to like the 6th song or something, or other times like maybe they'll just like make me feel so comfortable right away that I'm like, fuck this, look at me. But other times I'm like, you know, just depending on my mood, like I was a real dark week for me last week, so I had my fucking glasses on, but I'll tell you what, I looked up and through the clouds, a giant airplane just burst through the clouds. And I forgot LAX is like right there. And it was just like, stop the whole song, but the chords are still playing. And I'm like, everybody like look up at the fucking plane and like just look around, and it's like, what a beautiful moment, you know what I mean? And I don't, it sounds lame and maybe I was just high, but like it was really, I mean, it's just a fucking plane, but like to play in that setting is like, whoa. I mean, I was just in Norway playing at the top of a hill, like the top of a hill. And I like looked over and there's this lake, and then you're in Norway, and then the police come and detain you and you get arrested and then etc. But like until that point, it was a really, really beautiful view. I just like obsessively pluck at like Machine Gun Kelly. So like, yeah, when I'm not like doing cool things as Machine Gun Kelly, I'm mostly just like criticizing how much I should be doing something cool at that very moment. So like it took me like 8 months to use my pool that I had in the back of my house, which is like a fucking lit, cool pool. And like I just never did normal things. Like I would never leave like my room or like the studio, because it was just like any moment you could create the best song ever. Like you need the best song ever, you need it, man. Like you're not filling up arenas, dude. Like you need the best song ever. And I just sit there and like just sit there until it hits me. Like obviously I haven't made the biggest song ever yet, so like I'm just probably gonna keep sitting here until it happens. And like I'm pretty, like before I used to be like doing it because like I didn't know how fucking long I was gonna be around, you know what I mean? But like now I'm like getting all these signs that's like, okay, I've lost so many people and you've been through so much shit, like you're here for a really specific reason, and I don't think it was to like go. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna chill for sure, but it's just not now. So like what do I do in my spare time? I focus on becoming like a better friend, better father, better entertainer. I have sex, I smoke, and like I just work on Frankenstein, dude. Just pick it, Frankenstein all day. And he hasn't woke up yet, so we just keep fucking picking looking at Frankenstein until he decides to get a beating heart. Bucket list would probably be like just getting in a mood and like being in like a mood at like the Met Gala or something. Do you know what I mean? Like just a classic career moment. Like, dude, Machine Gun Kelly got wasted and this happened. Like just getting one of those under my belt is like, just because I'm already stuck in the job of a celebrity at this point, you know what I mean? Quote unquote. So it's like, I might as well get like a, you know, like God, that Kanye and Taylor Swift moment was like, I mean, you look back and you're like, it's fucked up, but like, it's prime TV, dude. It's so good. So like, and you know, it's in hindsight, so it's like, fuck off. Like we all were like sitting on the edge of our seat, like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And like, I'm good for that. Trust me, I live in my skin. Like I didn't do all these like, oh shit moments just for the 6 people that are there to enjoy it. Like 6 million people need to see a good FGK like fucking moment. I just hope it's like, it's cool. I don't like get the wrong moment. It's like, oh fuck, dude.
Somebody makes you the moment.
What is that?
Somebody makes you the moment.
Yeah, someone makes me the moment. It doesn't turn out. Oh yeah, and then we'll see how that goes. I won't try. I'll just keep letting it naturally happen. Yeah, it'll happen. It's gotta happen, dude. When it comes to like inspiration, I guess for how I started, I think I spoke on like how I started, but I think there got to a point where like I was re-inspired and was able to talk about things a little bit differently, a little bit. I'm a pretty dark person without the corny like stigma of like, oh yeah, I'm dark, I'm emo, like, you know, like it's just like I don't try to be. It's just like naturally what it is, and it's like something I'm just like, it's just fuck it is. Like sometimes I just like being sad. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just not. You know, I'm just not. My chemicals in my body are like the first emotion that comes is not happiness. So like, I kind of was struggling with that, trying to cover it up, and then I discovered like gonzo journalism, and I was like, whoa, this is really intense, and it's really graphic and dark, and the subject matters are weird, and like, you know, Hunter S. Thompson's, you know, one of those faces of gonzo journalism, if not the creator of gonzo journalism, and you know, he was a very like quirky, weird guy. I was telling him earlier, it's funny, like if you work with me, I'm a very, very untraditional like coworker, like very, yeah. So, you know, I have methods that I just tapped into that I, you know, to attain whatever vibe it is that I want to put out on a record. So I think that I've achieved, like 27, I don't give a fuck what you think about Machine Gun Kelly. 27 is like an absolutely from front to back, like a perfect example of like how you can display the most pure form of yourself on a song. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't be, and you know what, like no one goes at I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's you know, it's people. There should be classes on that song because it blows my mind every time I hear it, and I fucking wrote it. But you know what's crazy? I didn't even write the most intense part of the song. I didn't even write. I just picked up a little demo mic, and I just said, they were playing something, and I said the first thing that came to my mind, and it was just like, it was the chorus of the whole song, and it was just like super intense. It was just like my subconscious speaking because I didn't even think about it. So it just said it. And everyone, it was the darkest, everyone was like, holy shit. And the room just stopped and it was weird. And we pressed record and like no one said anything about it. And then we put the song out and the fans said everything about it. No fucking genre I make, what type of music I wanna make, and like, I'm a punker, I'll beat your motherfucking ass, and like, I've been through a lot of shit. It's just a fucking vibe, dude. You can't put me in a box, bitch. I'm 6'4", it doesn't fit.
And we're out.